Hi, welcome to the fourth in this video series on leveraging the Azure Marketplace and AppSource to grow your revenue. You've invested a lot of time and resources in creating your Azure or AppSource offering, but now it's time to really optimize your listing and accelerate the sales journey to maximize the ROI from your investment. It's really the best way to leverage Microsoft's investment in marketing to reach a global audience of 1 billion Microsoft customers, 15,000 Microsoft sellers, and 90,000 Microsoft partners. This is video number 4 in our 4-part series, so if you haven't done so already, make sure you watch the first 3. So in this video, we'll cover converting traffic on your marketplace listing to leads, and then the best practice is to follow up on those leads effectively to convert more of those prospects to sales opportunities. So once you've driven traffic to your listing, engaged them, and convinced them, it's now time to convert your visitors to leads and then bridge that gap to sales. The first thing you'll need to decide is what your main CTA or call to action will be from your listing. You can and should include links to sales landing pages at the bottom of your listing, but for the main CTA that appears as a button at the top of your listing, integrated into the Marketplace or AppSource experience is either Contact Me, Free Trial, or Get It Now. The Contact Me option always sounds the most appealing to actually speak to your prospect, but this sales-ready action converts at a lower rate. Because in this digital world, buyer behavior is changing, and people want to research and even evaluate solutions for themselves. This is even more so with the technical target persona for the Azure Marketplace, who want to try to get hands-on and try products for themselves. So consider the more hands-on calls to action of a free trial or Get It Now. This allows your prospect to bring themselves into the evaluation stage of their buying journey, and for you to get more leads. Moreover, because people want to get hands-on, your listing may not even be included if they're filtering down to only look at vendors that offer that free trial. So give yourself the advantage by offering this call to action to increase your chances of being included in a buyer's shortlist of vendors they're considering. And make it easy for them. Use the CTA buttons directly in your listing. Gating your free trial behind first talking to a salesperson causes too much friction and will lower your conversion to lead. To retrieve your leads, your referral admins will receive email notifications when there are new leads from your listing. Then you can view your leads from the referrals workspace in Partner Center. You can filter down by those with validated emails and phone numbers and other criteria. And then either export them so you can then import them into your CRM, or optionally integrate it directly with your CRM. So you can manage your Marketplace or AppSource leads as part of your regular workflow of inbound leads. This is an important part of optimizing to convert more leads, as timely response to leads is critical. You want to follow up while your prospect has your solution top of mind. Once you have your leads, a critical part in ensuring you're maximizing the ROI of your marketplace is to ensure leads aren't falling into a black hole. To solve for this problem, this gap between marketing and sales, the best practice is to have a dedicated role to following up on leads, with a role commonly called a BDR or SDR, Business Development Representative or Sales Development Representative. Now, some types of sales-ready leads may be ready for direct follow-up by a salesperson, but many leads that are higher up in that funnel or earlier on in that buying journey will not be ready for a salesperson, or they won't even get the attention they need. So the BDR or SDR is a person that bridges that gap between marketing and sales, or lead to opportunity. To maximize the conversion here, they're tasked solely with top of funnel activity, such as following up on the leads. Then they have to either create appointments for the account executives or do some initial early stage qualification and discovery before passing the lead to an account executive. When your BDR or SDR is following up with your marketplace or your AppSource leads, or really any lead for that matter, there are a couple of keys to success. Firstly, define your responsibilities, processes, and lead follow-up sequences for every lead type. For example, you'll want to treat a message to white paper leads from your website differently than the free trial leads from your marketplace, because the messages you send to them need to be relevant to the asset and their point in the buying journey. Next, be persistent. 1 or 2 follow-up emails is not enough. A best practice is usually 8 to 12 touches by default. Some may respond sooner, which is great, but for others, it will take many more touches for them to reply and engage with a human. Next, keep your messages short. People don't read long emails or messages, so if you have many things to say, spread it out over different messages with a different focus on each message rather than putting it all into one big email. So as you can see here in the sample lead follow-up flow, one email might be a welcome email right after signing up for a trial and feature links to must-have resources to set their trial up for success. Following emails might be on thought leadership or customer testimonials, but keep each message short. Also, make each message hyper-personalized and relevant to the recipient. The point in having a BDR or SDR do the lead follow-up in a one-to-one fashion is to have them make messages hyper-personalized to each person they're reaching out to. But don't just continue to email them. People's inboxes are cluttered. Reach out through other mediums, whether LinkedIn InMail, text messages if you have their permission, or calling. It's a way to get their attention. Then, as your lead volume increases, it's critical to automate with sales sequencing technology. This is different than marketing automation, which is designed more for that one-to-many engagement. Technologies like sales sequencing or sales engagement ensures that leads don't slip through the cracks, especially as your lead volume increases. Lastly, for the leads that haven't responded or converted, make sure you're putting them into a specific nurture cadence and retargeting them online to stay top of mind. The goal with all of these best practices is to convert more of your marketplace and AppSource leads to opportunities for sales to close. For more complex solutions, you may be hesitant to offer a free trial. If this is stopping you, don't let it. You want to first open up your funnel to optimize more conversions, but then map your trial management process that sets you and the buyer up for success. For example, once you get that free trial lead, ensure you have a trial discovery call to understand their success criteria. Map that to the business drivers of what business results are really looking for. And then document which features they should test out to prove out that business value, and make sure you're providing access to demos and documentation. Monitor their progress and handle any issues or questions that arise proactively. Following these steps for trial leads will ensure a higher rate of success and ROI from your Azure Marketplace and AppSource investments. You can learn more in the Marketplace Marketing Best Practices Guide, or take the Marketplace Listing Assessment to see how your listing is doing. Thanks for watching.